When Pakistan was born on August 14, 1947, it was a moment of immense hope and, honestly, monumental challenges. Amidst the chaos of partition and the urgent task of building a new state from scratch, one of the most immediate practical problems was currency. A country needs its own money to function, to facilitate trade, and to serve as a symbol of its sovereignty. However, establishing a new national mint, designing currency, and distributing it across a vast, newly formed nation was not something that could be accomplished overnight. The intricate machinery, skilled labor, and detailed planning required for such a task meant that Pakistan in its earliest days had no coins or banknotes of its own. It was a nation with a flag and a government, but its people's pockets were filled with the currency of the past. This created a unique and, well, slightly strange situation for the citizens of the newly independent Pakistan. They were living in a sovereign state, yet the money they used for daily transactions, buying bread, paying for a Tonga ride, or receiving their wages, bore the symbols of the British Empire they had just left behind. The coins jingling in their pockets featured the portrait of King George VI, the British monarch. This was a temporary but necessary arrangement. The State Bank of Pakistan was not established until July 1948, nearly a year after independence. Until then, the Reserve Bank of India continued to issue currency for both India and Pakistan, creating a period of monetary transition that reflected the shared administrative history of the two new nations. The delay in issuing national currency was a matter of logistics, not a lack of national pride. The new government had countless priorities, from managing the influx of millions of refugees to setting up a functional administrative system. Coin production was a complex industrial process. It involved sourcing appropriate metals, creating master dies with new designs, and establishing a secure minting facility. None of these could be conjured out of thin air. Therefore, the decision was made to continue using the existing British Indian currency for a transitional period. This ensured that the economy could continue to function without disruption, providing a stable medium of exchange while the new nation found its footing and prepared to introduce its own distinct monetary identity to the world. This initial period highlights the immense practical difficulties faced by a post-colonial nation. While the struggle for independence was a grand, sweeping story of political and social change, the reality on the ground was composed of countless small but crucial details. The absence of Pakistani coins in 1947 is a perfect example. It tells a story of making do, of practical compromises, and of the step-by-step process of nation-building. The people of Pakistan embraced their new identity with passion, even as the coins in their hands served as a constant metallic reminder of the empire that had just receded, waiting patiently for the day when their own national symbols would take their rightful place in their daily lives. In the first year of Pakistan's existence, the coins in circulation were a direct inheritance from the British Raj. These were the standard coins of British India, featuring the crowned effigy of King George VI on the obverse, or the head side. The denominations were familiar to everyone, as they had been the basis of the subcontinent's economy for decades. The primary unit was the rupee, which was divided into 16 annas. Each anna, in turn, was divided into 4 pice, and each pice into 3 pies. This non-decimal system, with its fractions of 1/16th, 1/64th, and 1/192nd of a rupee, had been in place for a very long time, and was deeply embedded in the commercial language and daily arithmetic of the people. The coins themselves were made of different metals depending on their value. The lowest denomination, the pi, was a small bronze coin with a hole in the center. The pice and the half anna were also bronze. Moving up in value, the 1 anna and 2 anna coins were typically made of a copper-nickel alloy, giving them a silvery appearance. The higher denominations, the quarter rupee, half rupee, and the magnificent 1 rupee coin, were minted in pure nickel, having previously been made of silver in earlier eras. These coins were durable, widely accepted, and their designs were instantly recognizable, providing a crucial element of economic stability during a period of profound political and social upheaval. The continued use of these coins was a pragmatic solution authorized by the Pakistan Monetary System and Reserve Bank Order, 1947. This legal framework allowed British Indian currency to remain legal tender in Pakistan until the new state could issue its own. To distinguish the banknotes used in Pakistan, the Government of India issued notes with the words "Government of Pakistan" printed on them in English and Urdu. However, for coins, no such modification was made initially. A coin minted in Calcutta or Bombay before 1947 could circulate just as freely in Karachi or Lahore as it did in Delhi or Madras. This arrangement underscored the deeply integrated economic fabric of the subcontinent that partition was now attempting to divide. This transitional phase, lasting until April 1st, 1948, is a fascinating chapter in Pakistan's numismatic history. It represents a bridge between the colonial past and the independent future. For the common person, life went on. The same coins that bought them goods under British rule now did so in a free Pakistan. The portrait of the British king remained a part of their daily transactions, a silent witness to the monumental transfer of power. This period serves as a reminder that history does not turn on a dime. Rather, it transitions, carrying remnants of the old world into the new, much like the king's coins jingling in the pockets of the citizens of a new republic. The year 1948 marked a pivotal moment in Pakistan's journey as a sovereign nation, the introduction of its very own coins. Issued on April 1st, 1948, this first series was a powerful declaration of national identity. Moving away from the effigy of a foreign monarch, the new coins embraced symbols that were deeply rooted in the nation's cultural and Islamic heritage. The obverse of most of these coins featured the famous crescent moon and star positioned above a tuffra. A tuffra is an elegant calligraphic monogram, in this case containing the words Hukumat-e-Pakistan, or Government of Pakistan, in Urdu. This design was simple yet profound, instantly distinguishing the coins as Pakistani and connecting them to the new state's identity. The reverse side of the coins displayed the denomination and the year of minting in both English and Urdu, a bilingual approach that reflected the country's official languages. The design was framed by a beautiful wreath of jasmine flowers, a nod to the national flower and a symbol of fragrance and beauty. The denominations followed the old British Indian system of rupees, annas, and pice, as the country had not yet switched to a decimal system. The coins included the 1 pice, half anna, 1 anna, 2 annas, quarter rupee, half rupee, and the 1 rupee. This continuity in denominations ensured a smooth transition for the public, who were already accustomed to this system of counting money. The materials used for these first coins were chosen for their durability and cost-effectiveness. The 1 pice coin was minted in bronze. The half anna, 1 anna, and 2 annas coins were made of a copper-nickel alloy, which gave them a bright, silvery finish and made them hard-wearing for frequent circulation. The higher-value coins, the quarter rupee, half rupee, and 1 rupee, were minted in pure nickel. These material choices were standard for the time and ensured that the coins could withstand the rigors of daily use across the country. Since Pakistan did not have its own mint at this time, these first coins were produced by the British Royal Mint in London, a common practice for many Commonwealth nations in their early years. The introduction of these coins was more than just a monetary reform, it was a deeply symbolic act. Every time a person held one of these new coins, they were holding a small piece of their national identity. The tuffra, the crescent and star, and the jasmine wreath were not just design elements, they were declarations of sovereignty, culture, and aspiration. They replaced the face of a distant king with symbols that were close to the people's hearts. This first series of coins, therefore, laid the foundation for Pakistan's numismatic story, beautifully capturing the spirit of a young nation eager to carve out its own unique place in the world. On January 1st, 1961, Pakistan's monetary system underwent its most significant transformation since independence. The country officially adopted the decimal system, a move that aligned it with a growing international standard and aimed to simplify financial calculations for everyone. The old, complex system of 1 rupee, being equal to 16 annas or 64 pice, was retired. In its place, a new, straightforward system was introduced. The rupee was now divided into 100 paisa, the singular form being paisa, plural paise. This was not just a change in name, but a fundamental restructuring of the currency's foundation, making arithmetic easier for commerce, banking, and daily life. To manage the transition, the new coins were initially called Naya Paisa, meaning new paisa. This was a clever strategy to help the public distinguish them from the old pice coins, which remained in circulation for a few years. The government issued a new set of coins in denominations of 1, 2, 5, 10, 25, and 50 Naya Pice. The 1 Naya Paisa was a small bronze coin, while the 2, 5, and 10 Naya Pice coins were made of a nickel-brass alloy, giving them a golden color. The higher denominations of 25 and 50 Naya Pice were produced in copper-nickel. This change was a massive undertaking, requiring a nationwide public awareness campaign to educate people on the new values and how to convert from the old system. The introduction of the decimal system was a crucial step in modernizing Pakistan's economy. The old system, with its fractions and convoluted divisions, was cumbersome for trade and accounting. The decimal system, based on units of 10 and 100, was far more logical and efficient. It simplified bookkeeping for businesses, made it easier for banks to manage accounts, and even helped schoolchildren learn mathematics more easily. By adopting this system, Pakistan was also making it easier to engage in international trade, as most of the world had already moved to, or was in the process of moving to, decimalized currencies. It was a forward-looking policy that signaled the nation's commitment to progress and integration with the global economy. After a few years, once the public had grown accustomed to the new system, the Naya prefix was dropped from the coins starting in 1964. The coins were now simply called paisa. The design of these coins largely retained the tuffra and crescent and star motifs from the 1948 series, maintaining a sense of continuity. However, the decimal revolution of 1961 remains a landmark event. It was a bold reform that, despite initial confusion, ultimately streamlined the nation's financial life. This shift from anas to paise was more than just a change in coinage. It was a leap into a more modern, rational, and simplified economic future for Pakistan. The 1960s and 70s in Pakistan were defined by a national focus on economic development, often referred to as the Decade of Development. This era of rapid industrialization and agricultural reform found a powerful expression in the country's coinage. The government began to move away from the purely symbolic designs of the first series and introduced motifs that celebrated Pakistan's economic progress. The coins became miniature billboards, showcasing the nation's ambitions to become self-sufficient in food production and a hub of industrial activity. This shift in design philosophy reflected the government's narrative of a nation on the move, building a prosperous future through hard work and modernization. One of the most prominent themes was agriculture. New coin designs prominently featured symbols of Pakistan's agrarian economy. For example, a new 10 paisa coin issued in the 1960s depicted a pair of bullocks plowing a field, a timeless image of rural life. Other coins showed sheaves of wheat or bundles of cotton and jute, celebrating the crops that were the backbone of the nation's exports and livelihood for millions. These designs were not just decorative. They were meant to instill a sense of pride in the country's agricultural heritage and its potential to feed the nation. They were a tribute to the farmer and the fertile lands of the Punjab and Sindh. Alongside agriculture, industry was another key theme. The drive to build factories and infrastructure was captured on coins that depicted factory buildings with smoke rising from their chimneys, symbolizing production and employment. Some designs featured a large industrial wheel or cog, representing the machinery of progress and the nation's growing engineering capabilities. A notable example was the 50 paisa coin, which often carried these industrial motifs. These images were a clear message to the people and the world. Pakistan was not just a land of farms, but also a nation building a modern industrial base. The wheels of industry were turning, powering the country towards a new era of prosperity. This period in Pakistani numismatics is fascinating because it shows how coins can be used as a tool for communicating a national vision. The designs were optimistic and forward-looking, mirroring the dominant political and economic ideology of the time. They celebrated tangible achievements, dams, factories, and harvests, rather than abstract concepts. While later eras would shift focus again, the coins of the 1960s and 70s remain a testament to a time when Pakistan's identity was closely tied to its economic aspirations. They are metallic snapshots of an era when fields of wheat and the turning wheels of industry were the proudest symbols of the nation's progress. The late 1970s and the 1980s marked a significant ideological shift in Pakistan, and this change was vividly reflected in the nation's coinage. Under the government of General Zia-ul-Haq, there was a concerted effort to promote a stronger Islamic and nationalistic identity. This new direction moved away from the recent focus on industrial and agricultural themes. Instead, the designs on coins began to emphasize Pakistan's status as an Islamic republic and celebrate its key national landmarks. The tuffra and crescent and star remained, but they were now joined by new motifs that carried deep religious and patriotic meaning, signaling a reorientation of the state's official identity. One of the most visible changes was the increased use of Urdu and the introduction of Islamic phrases on coins. The phrase "rizq-e-halal ain ibadat hai," meaning earning a livelihood through honest means, is a form of worship, appeared on the reverse of the 1 rupee coin. This was a powerful message that blended economic activity with religious duty, bringing an Islamic ethos directly into the marketplace. Furthermore, the prominence of Urdu script increased, with English often taking a secondary role or being removed entirely from some designs. This linguistic shift was part of a broader policy to promote the national language in all spheres of public life, strengthening a sense of national unity through a shared tongue. In addition to Islamic calligraphy, the coins from this era began to feature famous national monuments. The Badshahi Mosque in Lahore, a magnificent example of Mughal architecture, became a recurring image on the 1 rupee coin. Other coins showcased the Minar-e-Pakistan, the monument commemorating the Lahore Resolution that called for the creation of Pakistan. These images served as constant reminders of the nation's rich history, its Islamic heritage, and the ideological foundations of its existence. By putting these landmarks in the hands of every citizen, the coins helped to foster a collective memory and a shared sense of pride in the country's cultural and political legacy. This era of numismatic design demonstrates how currency can mirror a nation's soul-searching and its evolving self-perception. The shift towards religious and national symbols was a deliberate choice to redefine and reinforce what it meant to be Pakistani. The coins became more than just money. They were carriers of ideology, miniature monuments to faith and fatherland. While designs from earlier periods celebrated economic progress, the coins of the 1980s and 1990s celebrated identity, history, and belief. They tell the story of a nation looking inward to its roots and its faith to guide its path forward, a theme that would continue to influence Pakistani coinage for decades to come. Beyond the standard coins used for daily transactions, Pakistan has a rich tradition of issuing special commemorative coins to mark significant events, honor important personalities, and celebrate national anniversaries. These coins are not just currency. They are historical artifacts, capturing a specific moment in time and preserving its memory in metal. They serve as official tributes, allowing the nation to collectively acknowledge its heroes, celebrate its achievements, and reflect on its journey. Issued in limited quantities and often made of precious metals like silver, these coins are highly sought after by collectors and serve as beautiful mementos of Pakistan's history. One of the most important categories of commemorative coins is those celebrating national milestones. For instance, special coins were issued to mark the 25th or Silver Jubilee, 50th or Golden Jubilee, and 75th or Diamond Jubilee, anniversaries of Pakistan's independence. These coins often feature elaborate designs, such as the national flag, the map of the country, or portraits of the nation's founder, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Similarly, anniversaries of the State Bank of Pakistan, the armed forces, and the Constitution have been commemorated with unique coin issues. These releases act as a national celebration, allowing citizens to own a piece of the history they are living through. Commemorative coins are also used to honor the contributions of key figures in Pakistan's history. Coins have been minted bearing the portraits of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the poet-philosopher Allama Iqbal, and the nation's first Prime Minister, Liaquat Ali Khan. More recently, coins have been issued to honor humanitarian figures like Abdul Sattar Eddy, recognizing his immense service to the nation. These coins transform abstract historical appreciation into a tangible object, paying homage to the individuals who shaped the country's destiny and character. They are a way of saying thank you on behalf of the entire nation, immortalizing these heroes for future generations to remember and admire. The value of these commemorative coins goes far beyond their face value. For numismatists, their rarity, design, and the story they tell make them prized possessions. For the nation, they are markers of a collective journey. Whether celebrating the opening of a major infrastructure project like the Karakoram Highway, marking a sporting victory like the 1992 Cricket World Cup, or honoring a poet, these coins weave a rich tapestry of Pakistan's proudest moments. They are a special part of the country's numismatic heritage, offering a unique lens through which to view the events and people that have defined the Pakistani experience. The turn of the 21st century brought significant changes to Pakistan's coinage, driven by economic factors like inflation and the rising cost of metals. One of the most noticeable shifts was the gradual disappearance of the smaller denomination coins. The paisa, which had been the foundation of the decimal system since 1961, slowly faded from circulation. The cost of producing a 1, 2, 5, or even 10 paisa coin eventually became higher than the coin's actual face value. As inflation eroded their purchasing power, these small coins became impractical for transactions. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, they were no longer being minted, and the rupee effectively became the smallest unit of currency in practical use. In response to these economic realities, the government introduced new denominations and materials. The 1 and 2 rupee coins, which had been made of copper-nickel for decades, were replaced with smaller, lighter aluminum versions in 2007. This change made the coins much cheaper to produce. A new, higher denomination 5 rupee coin was also introduced in 2002 to facilitate everyday transactions. This coin was initially a large, distinctive piece, but was later redesigned to be smaller and lighter. In 2016 and 2019, Pakistan took another step by introducing bimetallic 10 rupee and 20 rupee coins, respectively, to replace the low-denomination banknotes that wore out quickly in circulation. The designs of these modern coins continued to blend national symbols with contemporary aesthetics. The 1 rupee coin features the tomb of Abdullah Shah Ghazi, a revered Sufi saint in Karachi. The 2 rupee coin depicts the iconic Badshahi Mosque of Lahore. The 5 rupee coin showcases the crescent and star, the national emblem, in a clean, modern style. The newer 10 and 20 rupee coins feature the Faisal Mosque of Islamabad and the Allama Iqbal Mausoleum, respectively. These designs maintain a strong connection to Pakistan's Islamic heritage and national identity, while the use of new metals and shapes gives them a distinctly 21st century feel. This evolution of modern coinage tells a story of adaptation and practicality. The phasing out of the paisa and the introduction of higher value coins reflect the economic changes Pakistan has undergone over the past few decades. The switch to cheaper metals like aluminum and the introduction of bimetallic coins are pragmatic responses to rising production costs. While some may feel a sense of nostalgia for the old, heavy coins of the past, the current set of circulating currency is a clear reflection of a country managing its monetary system in a modern, cost-conscious, and efficient manner, ensuring that the coins in people's pockets remain practical for the economy of today. For most people, a coin is just a piece of money used to buy things. But for a numismatist or a coin collector, each coin is a potential treasure with a story to tell. Within the history of Pakistani coinage, certain pieces have become highly sought after due to their rarity, unique features, or minting mistakes. These rare and error coins form a fascinating and valuable niche in the world of coin collecting. Their allure lies not in their face value, but in their scarcity and the unusual circumstances of their creation, making them prized possessions for those passionate about Pakistan's monetary history. Rare coins are typically those that were minted in very small quantities or were part of a withdrawn issue. For example, some of the early patterns or trial strikes of Pakistan's first coins from 1948 are exceptionally rare, as only a handful were ever produced for approval before mass production began. Similarly, certain commemorative coins issued in silver or gold for special occasions had very low mintage numbers, making them difficult to find today. Another example is the Pisa crescent right variety from the 1970s, where the crescent moon on the design faces the opposite direction of the common version. Finding such a coin is a moment of great excitement for a collector. Error coins are another category that collectors find particularly fascinating. These are coins that have a mistake made during the minting process. An off-center strike, for instance, occurs when the coin is not properly aligned with the die, resulting in a design that is partially missing. A double strike happens when a coin is struck twice, creating a blurry or overlapping image. Sometimes a coin might be struck on a planche, the blank metal disc, intended for a different denomination, resulting in a coin with the wrong size, weight, or metal. These mistakes were never meant to leave the mint, so when they accidentally enter circulation, they become instant rarities. The love for these rare and error coins stems from the thrill of the hunt and the joy of owning something truly unique. Each error coin is a one-of-a-kind accident, a glitch in the perfection of the minting process. Collectors meticulously study coin catalogs, attend numismatic fairs, and connect with fellow enthusiasts to find these hidden gems. Owning a rare Pakistani coin is like owning a small, tangible piece of history that very few others possess. It's a connection to the past, a story of an accidental creation, and a testament to the idea that even in the standardized world of currency, imperfections can become the most valuable.